Hi everybody, it's Jim Robbins coming to you today from the man cave, otherwise known as the porch. And it's kind of a nice day, so I'm outside here on the porch. And I thought what I'd address today is the topic of differentiating between concerns and callings. In other words, how do I differentiate between things I might feel passionate about, things I might be concerned about, versus my deepest concerns, my true calling? Because there are many things that can attract our attention, many things that will feel immediate and urgent that may cause us to think, oh, that's what I should be doing. Sometimes yes, but sometimes no. What your calling will be is that thing that over time remains consistent. Those deep passions that remain consistent over time from chapter to chapter. I'll give you an example. 7 or 8 years ago, I attended 2 men's events that had a really profound impact on my life. And when I got home, I made the assumption that, well, that's what I need to be doing. So I created a website designed for the heart of a man, what it means to be restored as a man, particularly as a Christian man, without all the religious drapery. And I led ministry events, retreats, and invited men, and we did wilderness kind of stuff. And it was fun, and I liked the part where I was talking about the heart and the life that's in the heart. But after a while, it kind of petered out. I think it made a difference to the guys that came, but after a while, it kind of trickled out. I just stopped doing that. And it wasn't because I made a conscious decision, today I'm going to stop. It just didn't hold the same weightiness that would have sustained it over time. So be careful when you've just had an experience that was particularly meaningful to you, that made you come alive. Be careful of over-interpreting that to mean that's what you should be doing. That's your call. Sometimes it might be, but sometimes it might not be. And the test is, and sometimes you have to experiment because you just don't know. And God's in all of that anyway. He's helping sift through concerns versus the core thing that you're about, that glory, that splendor that you bring. So how do you know what your core is? Well, the core passion, the glory that you offer is going to be consistent more or less over time. You will see that develop. As I've seen how my own passion, my own offering, so to speak, has developed, it's been largely centered around the inner life, the heart, helping people see that, exposing assumptions that prevent people from seeing their inner life in surprising ways that maybe they haven't heard about in church, like that you have a good heart and that you can get your identity back in Christ and that you're needed, that God in His beautiful story that He's invited into needs you. And that's been more consistent over time. So be careful to discern between concerns or things that you're temporarily passionate about versus callings. Don't be afraid to experiment with those and try them out. But don't be discouraged, on the other hand, when you see something that has sort of a short-term shelf life for you sort of trickle off. It's not your fault, it's just the process of things. And be looking for the patterns, even since you were young, of those things that have remained consistent desires, consistent passions for you. Anyway, hope that's helpful. More next time. Thanks.